Hello, darlings. And I'm Peri Lyons, or Woman of Mystery, as you can see by my hat. And this is Moonstruck, Peri Lyons, New York City, Celebrity Psychic. So I've been getting, thank gosh, I've been getting a lot of emails and questions lately. So just before we started, I wanted to quickly answer a couple. And Teresa from South Ferry, which is kind of cool, wanted to ask what celebrities I have worked with. Now, I'm not allowed to break confidence. The only one I can talk about is because the New Yorker did a piece on us, was my wonderful friend Courtney Love. So I'm not really her psychic so much as, well, I kind of am, but anyway, just don't believe anything you've ever read about her. She's one of the kindest, smartest people I've ever met. But I will tell you about about celebrities I've been friends with, because it just seems to be, maybe because I grew up around a bit of celebrity, because my grandfather was a playwright and he wrote movies. And my mother's godfathers were Clark Gable and Jimmy Cagney. So I kind of grew up kind of expecting to know famous people because I'd hear my grandfather telling all his great stories. So I just had a birthday a couple of days ago. Feel free to send a pony or a Rolls Royce. But a couple of years ago on my birthday, I had met this wonderful actor. I'd met him a few times before, but we'd become friends because my friend Eric Franzen taught him to go from guitar owner to real musician for a movie called, oh God, it's a Coen Brothers movie about a folk singer. Anyway, the next thing he did was Star Wars. So I have some great photos. If you scroll down on my Instagram, I have some great photos of Oscar Isaac and me singing. Look at my Instagram. I've hung out with Helen Mirren. I've hung out with Carey Mulligan. Became really well acquainted with Shia LaBeouf, who he's a little eccentric, but he's authentic. So let me see. Is there anybody? I'm missing a lot of people here. But that's about it. And a long time ago, back before Neil Gaiman went quantum and became a deity, we were buddies for a long time because he is the kindest, smartest ever. Hi, Dylan in Sacramento, California. Hi, sweetie. Okay, can you give me 1 second? I just want to do the psychic weather. What a beautiful name Dylan is. Were you named after Dylan the songwriter, or Dylan the Welsh poet, or just because it's a beautiful name?
Yeah, it's a nickname from
great nickname.
Dylan off of the L word.
Cool. Now hang out for a minute because I'm just going to draw some cards. And the psychic weather goes on the assumption that if you're watching this, which you seem to be, and I'm very glad because I only get the coolest people. If you're watching this, you're supposed to be watching this for whatever reason. Don't ask me, but after 2.5 years of being lucky enough to be on Moonstruck TV, which is the largest and the most successful network for metaphysical and psychic things, I found that the psychic weather just seems to apply to everybody who calls. So let me tell you a little about what your week is going to look like, inside and maybe outside. Okay. Oh, this is fabulous. And this also makes sense astrologically. The star card. The star card is someone who is really allowing themselves to step into their own beauty, charisma, and power. A man, woman, or whatever gender you feel like identifying, or non. This is a card of, it feels like you've been working on yourself, maybe you've been meditating, highly recommend, or praying, or just being in nature. But the star card, as you can see, by the way, you don't have to be naked for this card to work, just so you know. But this person is taking what they've learned and they're pouring it. Water represents emotions, so they're using their own emotions to water the garden of their life and water the earth. So put some clothes on, but otherwise totally accurate. You're going to be really feeling your power and your capabilities this week. Oh, wow. A lot of people seem to be getting engaged this week or to be planning weddings. Maybe you've gotten engaged recently. Honestly, this is kind of an engagement card. I used to call it the bridal shower card, but it turns out it's more than that. It's people celebrating a rite of passage in a community that's based on love. That could also be people coming together for Easter and people coming together for Passover. But this week, it just says that you're going to be around people who love you, or you're going to be on Zoom with them. Yay! I love that. Okay. By the way, I have this huge box of cards. Like 600 cards in here. I'm not looking at them as I choose them, just so you know. Oh, and this can mean a few things. I'm sorry, the number 6, both in numerology and tarot, always symbolizes healing, whether you know you're healing or not. This sad young person with a very young person next to him or her in this boat, she can't see that there is someone steering the boat, that there is essentially a form of guardian angel or benevolent providence, which means benevolent means like with good intent. And, honestly, our birthright is to be happy and healthy and whole. So this week, if you feel a little off balance, like my scarf is being, remember that you have like, whatever you want to call them, angels. I now believe in angels, who was a devout angel non-believer until a couple of things happened that made it really clear that they're angels. Yikes. You also might be planning a little trip, probably for the holidays, but not a very long one. But remember, you're looked after, and your birthright really is happiness, truth, and love. Woo! All right, Dylan, talk to me, my angel. How can I help you?
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My 90-year-old mother hid my headphones, so
Yeah, it's like super bad connection, so I barely even heard what you said. To be honest with you. And I got to be able to hear you. So
I want to ask you,
question?
As a way of connecting, absolutely, but as a way of connecting, I'd like to know your birthday. Is that okay? Mine's March 18th. What's yours?
Yeah. It's the day and year and everything.
Just the day and month if you want. You notice that include my year.
It's December 17th.
Oh, that's a great day. Oh, we really like that day.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I've had a lot of good friends on that day. Okay. So, darling, what's your question? How may I be of service, as we say in Brooklyn?
I'm sorry, what?
What's your question, my angel? How may I be of service, as we say in Brooklyn?
Question. I wanted to know, it's something that's rather important. It's actually more than just for one, though, but do you know how to do like I could ask.
Wait, speak up a little louder.
I do search and rescue as a volunteer, and I'm looking for 4 different missing persons. One of them is Michaela in Hayward. We're out there based off of.
I have to tell you, I used to do a lot of missing person work, both pro bono for the police, and I'm always pro bono because you can't charge for that. I had a nervous breakdown after the last one. I found out I knew everything about her. I told the people who were looking for her, they didn't listen, and it wound up ending badly. I will do it this one time, but just so people know, it's extremely stressful. But
Okay.
For you, I will do this. So her name is Bailey, you said?
Michaela.
Kayla, I'm sorry. And she's 17, 16?
I'm sorry, what?
How old is she, love?
When she went missing, she was 9 years old.
How old would she be now?
Probably like 37.
Oh, okay. This is not a good look for the show, but I can't fib. I don't think she's with us. I think she was abducted. She's on the East Coast, but I don't. Oh, hold on one second. She's on the other side, and she's. I would rather really not go into the details, but she hasn't been around for about 20 odd years. She's happy where she is. She's, one of her parents had already passed at the time, or they weren't in touch, but both of her parents have passed now. She's hanging out with them. She's really good. But this, I'm sorry. I can't sugarcoat stuff. It's just not what I do. I'm sorry. This is kind of a dark note.
Yeah.
Let's start the show on.
I'm
Is
just
there
wondering
anybody you think might be alive that I can help you with?
I'm sorry, what?
Is there anybody who might be currently on the planet that I could help you with?
I don't know what else to ask. I mean, I was going to ask that. I was going to ask where my missing ex-girlfriend is to see if we got the right spot, and I was going to ask you if we were looking
Your
in the
missing
right
ex-girlfriend? When was her birthday?
What?
It's okay, I'll do this. When was her birthday, love? And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to seem like I was being harsh on you. It's just that last experience kind of traumatized me. But for you, I'm happy to do this. So, but it will be the only time, just so viewers know, I don't do missing person anymore. So this one time for you, you said your ex-girlfriend is missing?
Yeah. What?
I'm sorry.
No, and
Can you just tell me her birthday or her first initial?
Yeah. First name starts with a K. Her birth date is 10/25/1964.
She's still here. As you know, she was very fragile, but she's here. She's on the planet. She's not coming to me from the other side saying like, "Oh, just tell," because I don't think I could take that, frankly. She's here, but she was much more emotionally fragile than I think was apparent to people. She was raised in a family that put, for better or for worse, a lot of value on appearance. Hi, Sharon in Saskatoon. I'll be with you in about 3 minutes. I want to finish this. I'm so glad you're here. And Dylan, I'm so glad you're here. Really.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me tell you a little about her. She was raised in a family that put a huge amount of value on appearance. So she learned how to temporarily glue together the broken pieces. It's like she was a beautiful, beautiful porcelain vase that got dropped and didn't have access to crazy glue. So she did a really good imitation of a functioning adult, but she wasn't. She was a very fragile child and had enormous trust issues. You didn't break her, you couldn't fix her. I don't think she might be in, well, I'm getting like the two opposite states here, but they're saying like either Alaska or Hawaii, which is kind of strange. But she's in a place that is very low key. She, I think, is solitary. I think she's found something very soothing to do. I see her gardening and but I think she's living off disability. But I'm very sorry that you got your heart broken. That's really hard. 1964, dragons, Scorpio dragons. are also very passive and
Yeah.
also been very secretive. What?
She's a missing person. She's been missing for 16 years now. But
yeah, but I don't think she's still on the planet. So you can argue with me after our session is done, but let me just say this because I want to tell you. She's a Scorpio dragon. You're the dragon Scorpio. Yeah. They're the most secretive people on the planet. So if they want to get lost and stay lost, that's what they're going to do. I'm telling you, she is still alive. I doubt if she's under the same name. I don't think she's in mainstream United States, but she is still alive. And I hope that gives you some peace. And I'm sorry she hurt you, my love. I'm going to have to go to our next caller, but I just really thank you for trusting me that much. And only for you would I do that. But the first person is on the other side. The second person is not. And you have a lot to offer the world. So I would like you to bring your focus back to yourself for the next month or two because you're getting very stressed out about other people. Okay? Right, take care.
Okay.
I'm Peri Lyons. All right. Thank you. Love. Bye-bye. Well, that was a beautiful act of trust. And Sharon in Saskatoon? Is it Saskatoon? Saskatchewan? Are you still there?
Yes.
Hi, love. I'm going to take a deep breath. Will you join me? Okay. I'm going to ask the Archangel Michael and the Archangel Raphael to be with you and me now, and everybody who's listening or watching. Hi, guys. So how may I help you? What's your birthday first? So that's how I connect to you.
March 22nd.
Oh, dude, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
4 days away from each other. Cool.
Sorry?
You and I are 4 days away from each other. Mine was March 18th.
Oh, cool.
You're an Aries. This is a great year for Aries. Yes. Woo, baby. So do you have a specific question, or would you like me to just draw some cards for you or tell you what I get?
Can I get a love reading? I'm in separation right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just so I don't offend anybody, what pronoun do you use? And if you don't mind, you don't have to tell me what gender I'm asking about, but sometimes that helps.
Can you say that again? In terms
of love interest? Okay, I'm thinking that you probably are interested in men, but I don't want to make assumptions. But
I'm single right now.
Okay, great. Let me see what I'm getting for you here. 1 second. I can't tell if you have, it seems to me, and honestly, I'm a little rattled from that last call, but it seems to me you have either 2 or 3 children. I'll give you 1 to say, what? You're single.
What's that?
Hi. You have 3 children. Okay, great. And they're great. Wow, how you've been coping during the pandemic, I am just so blown away by you.
I'm bored.
This gets a little complicated because there are a couple of people you're interested in and a couple of people who are interested in you. They slightly coincide. So I actually think that the person who's coming up for you is not somebody you currently know, and I'm sorry if that breaks your heart, but that's my job. Also, you're very frustrated because you are somebody who likes to be out and about. And as my friend Jim Harrington, very famous photographer, said, he was quoting Fran Lebowitz, the thing that we most miss about being out and about during the pandemic is happenstance. Because a lot of your luck happens through mingling with other people or being in the right place at the right time. And that must be frustrating for you. That's the first card. However, be patient because, and I commend you because you've had a couple of chances to be with the wrong person, the right person for the wrong reason, the wrong person. It just hasn't been the time, and you've known that. So there is a commitment coming your way. The Three of Wands, and you want a commitment right now. I don't know about you, but my bad girl days were fun, but they're behind me. I think you want a solid partner whom you can trust and who trusts you. Next thing I'm getting is the person I think will probably have, they'll either have a child of their own, or this often means that you will have another child, like within the next 2 years. And I'm right about that. That means this person is coming. Okay. That's interesting. This person might work for a charity, or you might meet them at some sort of charity, social, or church function. Or they might have a trust fund. That would be, if they could have all three, that would be awesome. But this is the card of charity. And the reason that you've been single, even though I can't see you, but I can see you with my heart. My heart. Sorry. You know what? I think I'm going to do the rest of this in song for you. It's Sharon, right?
Yeah.
Sharon, there's someone who's caring for you. He's waiting till you have time to heal. Sharon, he'll be along in a month or two. And Sharon, the only rhyme I can think of is veal. But this card means that you had to do a lot of healing, internal, emotional, because you've been through a lot. I mean, all of us have been through a lot, but you've really been through a lot, and people rely on you. So you don't have a lot of people. You might want to trust people and come out of your shell a little, because you're so used to being confided in. And I feel like it would be a really good thing if you could confide in other people. Oh, Elvis agrees. That's Elvis. I think this person, we've got 60 seconds. Let me just see what I'm getting. Oh, yeah. You guys are going to meet. You might meet online or through mutual introduction. This is about Page of Wands. In this case, means communication, electronic communication. This is probably going to happen right as this came up upside down, right as you reach the limit or reach the limit of your patience. Or he might be somebody who's sober, if that's something you do, or you're in a support group. That would be a great place to meet this person, because he's really good. And this is your card of self-expression, happiness. This is an earth sign woman. You are serious and lovely, Virgo, my personal favorites. Oh, I didn't even mean to pick this one up. If you'll see, there is a man who is your match coming in your direction. If there's an age difference, 5 years in either way, if he's a little younger, or 20 years in either way, don't worry. Be open to this. He's on his way. I'm guessing by August, probably sooner, I think May.